Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to the Good Life podcast. I feel so weird even saying that. It has been a long time coming, to say the least. I have been working on this, honestly, for the last 6 years, 5, 6 years of my life. And it just feels crazy to say that. And I'm so excited to be finally recording the introduction episode and talking to all of you. First, I just want to say thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of the Good Life community. I hope that after this introduction, you are motivated to listen to these episodes and join our community and just be involved. So thank you for engaging. Thank you for listening, all the things. So this episode will not be very long. I just want to keep it short and sweet. I want to kind of introduce myself, the Good Life brand, give a short summary of, why I'm here and how I got here and what I hope this brand and podcast brings to your life. So to start, I'm Ellery. I go by Elle a lot nowadays, especially with my friends. And maybe some of you know this actually, but I started a podcast with my friend Sam when we were in college, and it was so fun. Every time I think back to that whole phase of my life and having a podcast, with her, it was just so fun for us to be able to create and build something like that. And it was fun to record, and we actually built up a good amount of listeners and a good community, and yeah, it was just so fun. But unfortunately, it did have to come to an end, which I will go into more a little bit later in another episode when Sam will hopefully be on. But yeah, we did end it, and it was just kind of situationally. It just wasn't great timing. We both became so busy in life, and unfortunately, we had school that took up a lot of our time. And yeah, so that ended, but I wasn't ever super ready to say goodbye to podcasting. I just thought it was something that I felt like fulfilled me and really resonated with me in my life and what I wanted to do in life. And so I wasn't really ready to ever say goodbye. And I had kind of dreamt up this whole brand around the name Good Life, which is my last name, ironically. And I've been told a few times throughout my life that it's a really cool last name or really unique, and or some people don't believe that it's real. And I really wanted to take advantage of that, I guess. I think that the name Good Life really encompasses the type of brand that I want to have and I want to put out there into the world and to other people. I have always felt very passionate about, other people and getting to know others and experiences. I think that's honestly the goal in life, is to experience. And I just feel like Good Life is a good way to summarize that, because all of those things bring a lot more good to your life. So that's kind of how this came to be. I've been dreaming up this whole brand since I was like 19, and it's just been a long time coming. I've put a lot of work into it, and I, at the time, never really thought of Good Life being a podcast, and so it's kind of fun to see how this has got to this point. But yeah, so thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. So just kind of, I want to go through how these next few episodes are going to be, I guess, as if you're a new listener or an old listener, just to explain some things. So some episodes will be just me talking. You get just me and my thoughts. And then other episodes I will have guests on. I want to talk about, certain niche topics or anything really, from like travel experiences to things a little bit more serious like anxiety or mental health. And really the range is huge, and I really want other people to be able to relate in all different types of ways, whether it's something that has specifically happened to you as well, or whether it just gives you more empathy for others. Then that's really all I want from this. And those are kind of some things that I've really wanted to build the brand on. Those are really the core values, and that's, connection, community, and empathy. I think that those are all three things that a lot of our world and society lacks right now. And I just really want to bring those back to life, I guess. And so as you listen to these, whether you're entertained or whether these episodes make you laugh or make you cry or, motivate you, make you feel more ambitious about life, or all of the above, maybe it's all of those emotions at the same time, I hope that you enjoy it. And I hope that you at least feel something from these, and I hope you are entertained at the same time. I feel like I'm a big podcast listener, and so throughout, all these years of listening to podcasts, I've really tried and looked for podcasts and brands that are fun and really provide a lot of entertainment, but also at the same time can give me some meaning or add some knowledge and make me, broaden my perspective or, have a more open mind. And I really want that balance. I want there to be a good balance in these episodes and this brand. I hope that those are the vibes that you feel. If you know me, I'm a big vibes person. A lot of the decisions that I make in life, I just go off the vibe. And so I hope that that's the vibe you get. I hope that you're entertained. I hope that you can have a good time. And I hope it's fun for you to, listen or watch these episodes. But I also hope that it adds something to your life. I think, getting to know people and having that connection is so important, and feeling like you're involved and being in a community is just so important in life in general. And I think that, there's endless things you can take away from getting to know others and having life experiences. And so I hope that you get a glimpse of that from these episodes and from my guests and from myself and these conversations that we have. I want it to feel a lot like a conversation and less like, an interview or a video you're watching. I hope maybe you feel like you're on a FaceTime call with me and the guests. And yeah, I hope you just have a good time. I'm really excited for this, and I have a lot of, ambition towards this. And I hope that whether, it helps 3 people or 300, it'll be successful to me. So thank you for being here. And I kind of just want to end each podcast episode on the same note, which is talking about the good in my life or in the guest life or whoever's on here interviewing and talking. And so I guess just to start it off on a good note, some good that's been in my life lately would be, not to state the obvious, but this podcast and watching it come to life. Like I said, it's been a long time coming, and it's been throughout the past 6 years of my adulthood. And not only is the physical podcast the good that's been in my life, but everything that's came with it. I feel like I've grown more as a person. I feel like I've gained more knowledge. I've gone through a lot of transitions in life. Whether it's locationally or just mentally and emotionally, I feel like a lot of things have happened in my life to give me good experience and a lot of knowledge and more drive to be able to create something like this. So yeah, I think that that's probably been the best or the most good stuff in my life lately, is everything that's came with building this brand and building this podcast. So yeah, thank you for being here. And I hope that from this whole podcast and these episodes that you choose to listen to, it will bring more good and more life into your life. So thanks.